but you also show them what extreme poverty really is. They gain an appreciation for the world, and perhaps they understand a little more that it's not all about whether you have the latest iPhone.
Yeah,
you appreciate what you have here.
Yeah,
I know it shaped me. So
absolutely, and so we decided that we wanted to link Ottawa to Nicaragua instead of just sending the money down there. That we wanted to create more of a partnership with that, and we also did that with our other charity, Hera Mission, in Kenya. We built and refurbished their community center in an orphanage last January, and I was there with my daughter again. And this is a community in Kenya where there's no middle generation. They've been wiped out by malaria, typhoid, and AIDS.
Oh, wow.
So the grandmothers are caring for the orphans. So we went there, and it's an almost exclusively female, except for the boys who are male orphans. It's a community in extreme poverty where the grandmothers are just trying to get by, and so we support that community as well through Hera Mission. So,
and how many teenagers from Ottawa can go down a year now?
So that depends on how much money I raise.
Okay.
So we've had a couple dozen. We're really excited. We announced while I was gone, Akora Village out near Bayshore and the fantastic Greenberg family. They're doing an entire school by themselves, March Break 2016.
Okay.
So they're sending down 10 kids, 6 chaperones, and they are funding the entire project.
That's fantastic.
So there will be, I love Dan and Barbara Crook, and they are going to be giving kids from Akora Village, which is right beside Bayshore, chance of a lifetime. So I haven't actually kept track. I think we are now at the point where we have provided scholarships to about 15 Ottawa young people. And next year, if we raise $150,000, we'll look after our Kenyan project. But I hope that we will probably have.
I was just going to ask
30.
that with all the money that you raise, you don't focus just on Nicaragua. You do have spots in other locations.
So just Kenya and Nicaragua right
Okay.
now. The reason is that we have to deal with the governments. In both of these cases, the governments have been really supportive of people coming in and providing aid. For example, we wouldn't want to go try and work somewhere where the government was a problem. So Nicaragua gives us the land and gives us the teacher.
That's great.
And they have to pledge that they'll do that for a long period of time. Kenya, as you know, there are a lot of development projects in Kenya because the government is so great about opening their doors and not providing barriers. So right now, that's our focus.
As they should, right? I guess other countries, they don't want educated people living there, so
unfortunately,
they might
that's
fight
the
back,
truth,
right?
That's
Yeah, I mean, there are some countries that we have tried to move into that just do not want to help, and they're suspicious, or they essentially don't want people seeing their dirty laundry, which is that they're not educating their children.
Yeah.
And Nicaragua has been fantastic. They of course are struggling back from. Our tour guide actually said, because Costa Rica is on the border, said, well, Costa Rica was focusing on ecotourism. We were busy killing each other. So, civil wars and the Sandinistas and that kind of history is all over, and it is an incredible place to visit now. Beautiful and safe and lovely.
I was just going to ask how safe it is. I know a lot of people, if they go and they try to do something like this in, say, Haiti, you have to worry about being kidnapped and whatnot.
Sure you do. Yeah.
Nicaragua is a little bit safer, obviously.
Yeah, and it is one of the poorest countries in this side of the world, but it's the same kind of sense that you would have as a woman walking, in the middle of the night in downtown Toronto. Don't be ridiculous about it. You don't want to walk through downtown Managua at night.
You'll find these things anywhere.
But we went to an island, Little Corn Island, off the coast, which would be kind of south of Jamaica. On that side. I know we don't want to tell people. It's been undiscovered. A dive community that we walked along the beach back to our resort after a fantastic dinner, and it wasn't late, probably 9 o'clock, but pitch black. Incredible stars because they don't, it's undiscovered. There's only a few places to stay on the island. Totally safe.
That's
totally
amazing.
Safe.
So before we talk a little bit more about what people can expect at the Amazing People Gala, I think you've just proved and you just spoke about, a lot of people ask when there's charities run in Ottawa that affect other locations, they ask, why are we not, we have a lot of problems in this community, why are we not doing that? But what you've shown is when you're involving tens of and hundreds of high school students that are getting this amazing, they're the future of, they're the people that make the decisions in the future. So hopefully these shape these young minds and start driving it towards. I was just at a B Corporation education kind of seminar thing on Tuesday night, and B Corporations I truly believe are the future, where B Corporation basically makes the company have to rewrite their letters of incorporation to put stakeholders first, so not the profit and shareholders, but stakeholders. So hopefully we have more of these people going. So that's amazing.
Well, and to your point, when I started Ottawa Media Group with Eric Collard, who one of the things that we said from the very beginning was that philanthropy needed to be embedded in our organization.
Absolutely.
So we only brought associates in who believe. I'm from the school of max keeping, right? Which is, you don't operate a business in this community without participating in helping those behind you.
Should be in the front.
And yeah, exactly. And so we have 5 charities actually that we support through the Amazing People Gala. There's 3 others that we're bringing on for the first time in October.
Ryan's Well Foundation, Project North, and the Miracle League of Ottawa, David Gurnley, and great stuff at the baseball, Paul Meek involved.
Oh, and Paul Meek doing that, and Rosemary Thompson up at the NAC working on Miracle League, Michelle Valberg, of course, with Project North. But if you look at sort of our portfolio, you'll see that we really want to strike a balance between helping our own citizens of this country who live up north. We wanted to help people who have disabilities. The Miracle League will give kids who have disability issues or their parents who have disability issues the ability to have a baseball game. And Ryan's Well. Can you believe this little boy who was on Oprah has now contributed to clean water for 680,000 Africans? Like, mind-blowing, right?
That is insane.
And they're all from Ottawa. And they're all Ottawa charities who believe passionately in this city, which is something that Eric and I do and why we started Ottawa Media Group.
And that's why we love the podcast, because there's endless amounts of great people in this city that we can talk to.
Exactly.
We're booked up for months now. I'm pretty sure we can do years.
On October 24th this year, the Amazing People's Gala. What can people expect that have never been to the Amazing People Gala?
Oh, so here's the thing. If you're a fundraiser or you participate in fundraising in this city, you've unfortunately had to go to a couple rubber chicken dinners, right? Where it's like, So we set out when Eric and I launched the gala, before we launched a company, we wanted to have a really cool gala. So the first one was Oscar themed, red carpets, really glitzy, and everybody seemed to like the really glitzy. So in the second year we did that all again, and the first year we actually had a flash mob. So cool. That was when everybody was, you'd see them on YouTube and whatever, popping at a chair. So we did that. People were gobsmacked. They're sitting there ready for this fancy thing to start, and everyone's all kind of hoity-toity about it, and we flash mobbed.
How many people, like percentage-wise, versus the people that were there?
Well, the first flash mob that we had were dancers from Casco, which is the Telfer School of Business over at University of Ottawa, and the entire volunteer board.
That's awesome.
So Eric and I flash mobbed too, and it was. But the thing was, it set the mood that everything was casual and lovely. So last year we flash mobbed and did something different, and I sang. I don't sing, but we did Neil Diamond's "Sweet Caroline," and the goal of the flash mob was by the end, all 600 people were on their feet singing.
That's great.
So that was unbelievably successful. People loved it, and then they sit down to dinner, and then they're friends, and they're with each other, and they're not feeling awkward, and this ball gown is really uncomfortable. So this year we have not announced our theme yet. We're doing that in May. It's very top secret. It will be more amazing than the previous two.
Okay.
I'm not singing this year, so everybody can be relieved about that. Because hearing me sing Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline was probably traumatic for everyone. But it is, like, we have on our board some of the most influential fundraisers and managers and directors in the city. And when they get together for our monthly meetings, they have these wild ideas, and we just think, can we do that? But the answer is, sure.
Why not?
Like, why not? Yeah. I mean, at one point, we were actually seriously discussing whether we could have a Cirque du Soleil act, on the ceiling. And, so that's the kind of excitement that we bring to it. And then we have two events that ramp up to that. One will involve Paul Meek and his brewery, which we're excited about.
Cool.
And the other one is a September 10th event that we can't talk about yet because we haven't announced it, that people do around the world and they haven't done here in Ottawa yet.
Okay.
So we figure, why not?
So that's for
You'll
my
have
birthday.
To keep us involved.
We'll do that for my birthday. We'll help out with that. And so we're going to take a quick... And how much are tickets to the... Do you know, roughly?
Roughly, a VIP ticket is $250. We wanted to price way lower than most in the city. And I think a regular ticket is $175, and it's a gourmet meal and includes wine.
And you sell
at
tables?
the Shaw Center?
We do sell tables, but we don't mark up...
No discounts, right?
We don't... No, we don't mark up the price. Most people, when they sell a corporate table, mark up the price.
Oh, really?
We don't. We just offer it.
And it's at the Shaw Center?
I can't tell you that.
We can't tell
We are
us.
currently negotiating with a couple venues.
Ooh, listen up, venues. Listen up, venues. You're in a bidding war.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Listen to one more song from Red Rails from their album A Living Fiction. This one's going to be On the Line, and we're going to hear from Jen from Foodie Prince right now. We'll be right back with Timothy Walker.
Thanks, guys. This week, I've got a few recommendations on my list. First up is the new Winterlicious in the Market. For those of you who are familiar with Toronto's Winterlicious concept and have been wishing for something similar in Ottawa, I'm very happy to tell you that your wish has finally come true. From February 23rd to March 8th, this is a chance for you to enjoy a 3-course price fix menu at 24 different restaurants in the Byward Market. Go to your favorite place to dine, or perhaps you could try a new restaurant. Price fix menus are available at the $20, $30, and $40 range. Go to www.winterliciousinthemarket.com for a complete list of participating restaurants. The restaurants already have their menu listed, and you can make a reservation directly on that website. And with all kinds of cuisines at your fingertips, you can choose from pub or diner-like food to a bistro style, or perhaps something even a little fancier or romantic. It's perfect for those who are on a budget, so go on out and support Winterlicious. All right, Nick and Andrew, I've got a little secret to share with you. If you like secret menus and surprises, then consider The Counter at Lowertown Brewery in the Market. Every Friday and Saturday evening, Chef Kyle Mortimer Prue will be serving a 3-course price fix menu. But you must have a reservation, and you can only sit at the counter at the back, which is right in front of the kitchen. At $30 or $50 if you want beer pairings, I think this dinner is a total bargain. It's available only between the hours of 6 to 10 p.m., and the menu will truly showcase Chef Prue's talents. You might remember him as the head chef at the former high-end vegan restaurant Zen Kitchen. Now, he just released a sneak peek, actually, the other day, a photo of his menu that he tweeted. And so far, I've managed to spot Scotch eggs, mushroom on toast. There was a course of scallops, and I think I saw some rice and beans and oxtail on the menu. The rest was too blurry to read, but you know what? I guess that's where the surprise comes in. This weekend will actually only be the second weekend since he started his secret dinner. I already have my reservation for this Saturday night, and I will let you know next week how it went. Finally, my last recommendation is actually not for this week, but rather it takes place next Saturday, March 7th. I'm giving you a heads up, though, because it sells out every year. So if you love chocolate desserts, breakfast, and you believe in supporting a community organization that has a program that provides essential services from nursing to personal care, assisted living options, and